Hi, welcome to Dependisplaining, the podcast.
The podcast.
In case you forgot.
The podcast. The show, the sitcom is soon to be out.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
To a YouTube near you.
Dependisplaining the sitcom, it's not football. Starring Salma Hayek as Veronica.
Oh, Natalie Portman as Jennifer.
There you go. Great.
Or Cindy Crawford. I was told once that I looked like Cindy Crawford, and I was like,
dang.
Thank you, but that's not right at all.
I used to get Demi Moore when I was younger a lot.
She's so pretty.
I also got Ricky Lake.
Ricky Lake.
So somewhere in between, there I am. In between Demi Moore and Ricky Lake.
There you are.
I am.
There you go.
There I am. Because wherever Ricky Lake and Demi Moore are, there's Veronica in between. I'm Veronica, by the way.
And I'm Jen.
Excuse my hoarse voice to go along with my horse face.
Why the long face?
I have a long face.
No, you don't.
That's why I look like Ricky Lake.
Don't listen to her. It's not true.
Don't listen to me right now. I sound horrible. The children brought home all the germs from the school. It's like they made it a point to lick the bottom of every single one of their schoolmates' shoe.
Yeah.
And then spread the germs. Spread that love.
They're just spreading the love everywhere.
It's disgusting.
I know.
So my voice is not what it used to be once was, so.
It's okay.
That's all right.
We're here for you.
Thank you.
Gargle some sea salt and water.
Oh.
Or just salt.
Just some salt water?
Scratch up your throat
Gargle
more.
salt?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just scratch it up real
dry ass salt. Just grind some salt right into my throat.
Yep.
Delicious.
Sounds good, right?
Sounds like I'll be thirsty for a few days.
Maybe.
Oh.
Well,
let's get back to it, Jen.
Yes.
It's a really nice day. I almost said, hey, let's take this podcast outside. But freedom flies by all the time. And if we can't control it in the house, imagine outside.
That would be really loud.
Yeah.
That's okay. We can handle it in here.
Yeah.
With the occasional flybys.
Mm-hmm.
Drop something good.
Yeah. Some good news at least. Mm-hmm. Even if it's good news, that'd be great. Jen and I just got done working out. We started working out. We work out all the time, but we started a new workout regimen.
A whole program, yeah.
Whole program in. Ouch, my arms.
6 weeks.
Oh, ouch, my arms.
We're going to be jacked.
I'm so weak sauce in the arms.
Me too.
We were trying to do some tricep push-ups, and we were like worming it.
Worms, straight worms, and then cobras.
Cobras. It was just like a cobra stretch. It was ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Couldn't stop laughing.
I can go down just fine in a tricep push-up, but I cannot get my body back up the way it should be.
No.
It is my belly stays down, my back starts to come up, then I'm arched, and it's just stretching out my abs.
I know. I was like, okay, the first one I got, and then I started laughing, and I was like, I can't do this. And then it was cobra, and then only my shoulders were getting off the mat, and then it was just my eyebrows at one point. They were the only ones that were coming up.
Yeah, I'm like concentrating, trying not to warm up, but I was, and then I'd hear you laughing over there, and I was like, oh no, I can't.
Good times. Good times. Speaking of laughs, let me tell you about this comment I heard on Facebook, and I'll tell you where the laughs come in. I reached out to this fellow military spouse because she posted something on Facebook. She's an Army wife, and I couldn't help but laugh, but we'll get into it. So her name is Bella. We'll just call her that. She was kind enough to let us use her comment, and I wanted to go into that. So this is what she sent on Facebook. Army wife here. I hate that my spouse literally works from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day with less than an hour of lunch. I hate they are extremely overworked and my spouse deploys next week. Unit not giving them time to pack, and the unit doesn't have all the things they need for deployment. This may be silly, but can we report this somehow? 14 to 15 hour days every day is beyond crazy. My spouse is beat and drained like a human zombie about to collapse at any moment. Now, when I first heard this, I was like, cry me a river, right? Mm-hmm. I was like, here I am with my husband gone. He was TDY and he works 24-hour shifts. And so I started reading some of the comments, and the comments were like, oh, welcome to the Army. Or other ones were like, same thing, you know, like our reaction, or yes, you should report it, or no, don't get involved. And this spouse, Bella, took it all in stride. She was so graceful about all this advice, and I was super impressed by her. Just the way she was commenting, like replying on the comments. She wasn't defensive. She didn't get offended by anything, and just very graceful. And I was super impressed. And I said to myself, I was like, you know what? I was like, this is a spouse who is genuinely concerned about her spouse's well-being, not so much that she's just being selfish and wants, her spouse at home with her all the time. So I was super impressed, and I reached out to her, and I told her we would address the comment. So I wanted to talk about that, on how to deal when your spouse is gone for so long and you do see them come home, like she said, like fucking zombies, right? Because we've all been there. And it's like, what do you do to help them out, to help them de-stress, other than you can't really get involved in the work.
That's probably the worst thing you could do, is to report something like that. Because it's not really any of your business. Not to sound harsh at all.
Yeah.
It's just true, though. But because it really, it might actually hurt them more than it actually you think you're helping. I understand it sounds like a good idea that you might help in that way. But it really is, to them, it could be just like laughable. Like, really, a spouse is going to try to report and all these things. And it is true. Sometimes they get stuck in shitty units and shitty commanders or shitty higher-ups and stuff, too, that just want to work them to the bone until they can't work anymore.
Yes.
And that does really suck, and it's hard. And that makes people want to quit. And it, drives them to do other things. It's pretty shitty.
Yeah.
But reporting it is not really...
It's not going to do anything.
Not the way that you would want it to do.
No. One of the comments was like share the load out at home, basically. And I totally agree with that. It's like, if you take care of the home front, and I know this probably sounds super dated, with times, but it's like, if you're at home, like for example, myself, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I try to take the load off of Kyle, so he doesn't have to do as much at home other than come home, relax, and hang out with his children. And when he comes home, he brings his work home. Like, he can't help it because, he's on his phone fucking 24/7, work all the time. But if you can take the load off somehow, run errands for them, bring them lunch to work if you are able to, and I bet that would brighten up their day.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it's for a second, just don't try to burden them with like, this and this is going on. I know sometimes I can do that with my husband and be like, this and this is what's happening, and I hate this bitch and that bitch or whatever. Like, I'm talking from experience right now. But yeah, maybe don't share that much if you see them, that they're stressing so much, and just let them know that you're there for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
especially during the workday. Definitely kind of, I know it's hard, and they're your favorite person and they're your best friend, and you want to talk to them and share everything with them, but maybe during the workday, and even unloading on them as soon as they get home from work too is hard.
Yeah.
They need to decompress. Like, I'm not saying that you need to sit them on the couch and hand him a brandy and rub his feet, or...
That sounds really nice.
Yeah, can I have that?
I'll have a glass of red wine. Mine doesn't have to be brandy. Or, a shot of whiskey. I'll take that too.
Right. I'm not saying you have to totally baby your spouse and whatnot, but give them a little extra time to just kind of chill out and relax. And like you said, making, lightening the load at home, doing their laundry if they need it, doing, finishing up the dishes and cleaning up the house and keeping everything kind of just orderly, so it kind of keeps some stress off of them.
That way they couldn't come home and be like, I don't have anything else to worry about work. Like, I'm tired from work, but I don't have to worry about taking out the trash.
Yeah.
Or, oh my gosh, my house is a mess.
Right.
And it happens, there's days where you don't want to do anything as the stay-at-home spouse. You don't want to do anything either.
That is fine.
Because we have it hard, too.
Live it up. You needed a day break? Do it. Take it. It's okay.
Absolutely.
Tell your spouse, hey, I just needed a day.
I'm going to sit and watch Shameless. I'm going to binge watch Shameless and eat this whole bag of hot Cheetos.
Yes.
And then I'm going to tackle that chocolate muffin that's been sitting on the counter for 3 days.
I want some waffles.
And tater tots.
Oh, tater tots.
Oh, yeah, back to food.
Always that food. But yeah, I mean, it's, and that's fine too. Don't feel like you are absolutely needing to do something like that every single day. Mm-hmm. And now it gets a little tricky too when you are you're in full-time work as well.
Right.
And that's understandable too. So if you are feeling like, well, I work all day too, mm-hmm. I don't have time to do all this stuff as well. And it's just prioritize some things. Make yourself a list and, prioritize out, I'm going to clean up this when I get home from work. Mm-hmm. Or I'm going to do this, this day, or schedule out your stuff.
Yes, it helps. It really does.
It would. It'd help your mentality because you won't be so stressed out like I have so much to do. You have it all planned out so you know what you're doing. Yeah. And don't worry, don't worry about your spouse if, it's okay if not everything's not done right away. It's going to be fine. As long as you're just helping, especially if they are working these long hours, these long days, or more than a day. Yeah. It will truly leave an impression on them.
It will, and it'll make them want to come home, and that's what they're looking forward to, and they know it'll be their sanctuary to come home and see you, the spouse, and it'll just relax them. Yeah. Let them unload on you too. Let them, if they want to share work with you, let them. If they don't, then okay, they don't have to. But let them know that you're always an ear to listen.
Yes, be that person that they can just let everything out with, because sometimes that's what they need too. If they've been having a really hard day and they are just so frustrated with people, just let them let it all out. You may not know what the fuck is happening. No. You have no idea what's going on, and half the shit Dave tells me, I'm just like, oh, yeah? Yeah. Says all these words and
acronyms.
Yeah, acronyms and letters and
numbers.
Yeah. And I'm
places, buildings.
Oh, yeah.
Don't tell me building numbers. No. Don't tell me building numbers. Okay, Kyle knows all the buildings by number because he has to as a fireman. He has to know. I don't know where building 438 is.
No.
Which one is that?
Is that by the gate, or is that by the back gate, or is that by that other gate, or is it in the middle?
In relation to the commissary, how many buildings? Tell me north, west, south. I'll figure that shit out. I have a compass on my phone.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, send me a picture of it. Don't tell me the number.
Yeah, tell me what it's next to. Yeah. That's like one of the buildings I had to. Dave was like, yeah, it's this building number, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, where is that? He's like, well, it's just down from my building. And I was like, okay, but there's a lot of buildings still by your building. And he's like, oh, it's next to the CrossFit gym. And I was like, okay.
Use that as a reference. Yeah.
That's exactly what I needed.
Yeah. This building is across from the mound of dirt that sits in between all the other buildings. Mm-hmm. Got it.
Surrounded by the fence. It's been there for 2 years.
Yeah. It's across from the place that sells the chicken wings. Got it.
Chicken wings.
Yeah.
Food
all the time. Anyways.
Yeah, so let them unload on you. It's okay. It's good. It helps them. It relieves their stress. If they're frustrated with the people that they're working with or things that are going on and whatnot, it's totally fine. I mean, don't get hurt if they're not totally there when you want to unload as well. Yeah. You just know, they love you. They're there for you. It's just sometimes their brains cannot shut off.
Sometimes you have to find a different outlet for yourself. Yeah. Like you and I have each other. Yes. And we complain about everything to each other.
I'm so sorry sometimes. I feel like that's all we do sometimes.
That's what we're here for. I'm a good listener.
It feels good.
Yeah. I'm a good listener, and I'm always on your side.
You are.
And I'll if I have to chime in with something, I'll chime in, but I'm always on your side.
Yeah, same here.
And that's what I tell Kyle too. It's like, I'm always on your side. Yep. But I know how your mouth runs sometimes, and I'm worried your sarcasm will get you in trouble one day. Right. But he's a really good leader from what I see and what I hear. Yeah. So I'm not too worried about him.
Yeah. And be proud of them.
Oh, absolutely.
What they do. Don't get mad. It's not their fault all the time that they have to be at work so long too. Just be proud of what they're doing and know that they're really doing this for their career, for you to further along and make your family better and just to do better.
And some jobs are more stressful than others too.
Oh, yeah.
It's like their career field that they're in at time is more stressful. And a lot of times, because she did mention that he was going to deploy soon, leading up to a deployment or a TDY, it's like they have to get training. They have to go to briefings. They have to like get equipment. And a lot of time the equipment doesn't come until last minute. And then when you get it, sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes you're missing that equipment and you have to wait till you get to your next duty station. Sometimes that equipment doesn't make it on the airplane with you.
Yeah.
As Kyle one time said, he was like, they were on, I think it was his first deployment. He's like, we could see all our fire bags on the tarmac, and we were telling the flight attendant, because it was a commercial flight, those are our bags. She's like, no, they're not. And he's like, they have fire department right on the side. Like, they're big red bags. How do you miss them? She's like, no, I assure you everything's on the plane. It wasn't. Well, obviously it was stayed behind. But anyways, that's aside from the point. I was just saying, like, it's a really stressful time leading up to a deployment.
It is.
It's a stressful time during the deployment.
Oh, yes.
What's going to happen is your spouse will go. They're in a completely different environment. They're going to adapt to that environment just fine. There will be stressful times. You, however, your routine will stay the same, but now you have one less person to depend on.
Yes.
So you have to figure out how to do everything on your own. And then you do. And then everything runs smooth. Everything's on schedule. And then they come home and everything's fucked up again. And it's true. And then that's another stressful time.
It is.
It's stressful being us.
It really is. It's stressful. You can tell. Sometimes they don't like to show that they're stressed out, but you can just tell everything's more tense. You can just tell that they've got a lot more going on in their minds, and you pick fights a lot easier too. And that's the hard part. And I think that's what a lot of spouses have a problem with too, is that like, oh, you're leaving me for 6 months, but we're going to sit here and just fight the whole time. And it's like,
no,
it's hard because both of you are stressed out. Your spouse is going to be leaving you for 6 months. You're going to be on your own, whether you're on, you're just the two of you or you have children. It's still a lot of stress.
Yeah. And
then you don't know when you're going to be able to talk to them. It's true. You have no idea. I had to go like a couple days without talking to Dave once because he's, flying out. They're having to get to where they need to go. Planes break down. Things change. He also leaves his laptop. And at one of the places, one of the stops.
David! God damn it, David.
Really? Anyway, but so it is a lot of stress. So if you try to understand that before they go, you can have a little bit of a better time with them and not be like on each other all the time. Like, so angry.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
And don't be afraid to ask me, like, what can I do to help you?
Yeah.
What can I do to help you relax when you get home, to look forward to coming home? One of the comments was like, draw him a bath. Great. Draw him a bath. I would draw Kyle a bath, but water's fucking expensive here. And it's like, no bath for you. I'll squirt some water at you from this gun, this water gun. But yeah, draw them a bath. Have like a snack waiting for them. Drink. Like on the weekend, like go buy a bottle of wine.
Yes. That's our weekend tradition is we get
a bottle of wine, which I just had the other day. Apothic Dark.
Yes.
Holy shit, that wine is good.
Had that last night.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Isn't it so good?
Oh my God.
I was like, I
need to be sponsored by you.
Sponsor us. Red to the Apothic Red. I was like, this is good wine.
So good.
And then Kyle got me, I think, Dark for like my birthday or Valentine's Day. And I was like, oh, this is my new favorite.
Yeah.
And the Carnivore too. Yeah.
They were sold out of the Carnivore. I was pretty pissed. But then I saw the Apothic Dark because you had talked about it the other day. So I got it. And we drank it last night. And Dave even tried it first. And he was like, oh, this is really good. Yeah. And I was like, really? And I tried it and it's so smooth.
Even like straight out of the bottle, if you don't let it aerate, like it's still good. Yeah. But if you let it aerate, it's like, oh my God, there's like no tanginess. Like, oh, so good.
There's no like bitter or anything to it. It's just smooth. I don't know what the fuck they did, but it is working.
Yeah.
It's the best.
They're grapes from some other planet.
They're wonderful grapes.
Yeah.
The best grapes.
If you're listening, go get a bottle of Apothic Dark. Yeah. It's good.
Seriously, you will not be disappointed.
No, you won't. Or Apothic Red.
No, you won't be disappointed with that either.
Yeah.
Both delicious.
And Apothic, the company, Mr. Apothic?
Mr.
And Mrs. Apothic, if you're listening, we will promote you as we are now. Send us a bottle of wine. It's delicious.
Oh, that would be fine.
So I was thinking this morning, it's like, there's like a sweet spot of their career. Like, there's a sweet spot where I feel like they don't have as much stress. I was asking Kyle about it because I said, when did you feel that you were in that sweet spot where you were like, I don't feel as tired? Or thinking back now, I was like, I wasn't as tired back then. I didn't have as much responsibility. And he said, when we were stationed in Belgium, and I think it was because it was such a small air base. But to me, it was like, I remember when we first got to his first duty station, and he was, at the bottom of the totem pole. Mm-hmm. And he was like doing bitch work, basically.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of volunteer work. So he was gone so much. And I was like, I'm all alone. I don't know very many people. I don't think it took me like 3 months to get a job. So it wasn't too bad. But still, I wanted to spend time with my husband and my new husband, newlyweds. And he was off always at the library reading to kids or playing Sparky or whatever, everything. At the bottom of the totem pole, like I said. Then we get to our next duty station, and he is like, and what's a staff sergeant? E4?
5?
E5?
E5?
E5.
E5 is staff, yeah.
Yeah, so he was an E5.
In the Air Force.
In the Air Force, yeah. So we're there for 4 years. I felt like he was a little bit more relaxed with responsibilities. Like, he had responsibilities, but maybe because his, the fire station wasn't too big, so he didn't have too much going on. But then we get to our next duty station after that in Montana, and I felt the same way. Like, he would come home, he wouldn't really complain about stuff, and it wasn't until he became an E6 that I started noticing he was getting a little bit more work. And then we get here, and it is insane. So when we get here, and here in the UK, he has a lot more responsibility. He's always stressed out. On top of that, he's doing school. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, I see him, and it's like, I can see the hairs leaving your head. Your hair is thinning out.
I can see your soul is going away.
I can see your hair turning gray as we speak. Mm-hmm. And yeah, the soul leaving your eyes.
Yeah.
Through your eyes.
Yeah. That is true. Oh, Dave, it's hard to say. Like, he's kind of in a sweet spot, I think, right now, because he's at the end of his tour out here. So it's like,
at the end of his rope.
Yeah. So he has like a little bit less to do. It's not quite as stressful. Like, last year was insane with him and his TDYs, just constantly back and forth, going to places and leaving for a while.
He's always gone.
Always. And then now this year it's kind of slowed down more, which has been really nice. But he still has a lot of workload. Like, he still gets stressed out a lot at work. He does a lot of stuff that he's not that he's not supposed to. It's just not what he's supposed to be doing. But he still has to do it anyway because people need help.
Yeah.
And then, he's in school too, which is super stressful. He's always constantly doing something. He's always working. He's working out. He's doing homework. He's got stuff to do on the weekends. Yeah. He's got to write his paper and turn it in. And it's just constant. Mm-hmm. So maybe it's not a fully sweet spot right now. I don't even know, when we were in McConnell and he was in his like normal contracting squadron, this time of year right now was insane.
I'm fighting a sneeze so bad right now. It's like I was trying to yawn, trying to fight it. It's gone.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm wrong.
I'm wrong.
But yeah, so like usually right now in this time when he's in his normal contracting squadron, it is super crazy. With the end of the fiscal year, they're constantly working just 12, 14-hour shifts every single day because they have to get the money in, they have to get everything done and paid, and so they can get the money again starting the new fiscal year. They can get the same amount or whatever the fuck they do. I don't understand.
The numbers,
I don't get it.
The numbers and facts in the IDEA machine.
That thing, yeah. Put it in, it comes out. I don't know. Anyway, so it's like
put it in, it comes out.
I don't know. I honestly have no idea what he does. People ask all the time, and I'm like, I don't fucking know. He buys shit. He bought all at McConnell. My husband bought all those new chairs. That are in the waiting room at the clinic.
You're welcome, people.
Yeah, you're
welcome.
Thanks
to David, you're comfortable.
All the new people at McConnell, you should have seen the chairs beforehand.
Thank you.
They were terrible, and now they're just fancier.
They're fancier and more comfortable as you wait for your Motrin to be ready at the pharmacy.
Literally. My husband bought those.
Your 20-minute appointment where the doctor has now been reduced to 3 minutes, and that doctor will not even look at you in the eye. Mm-hmm. But I'm not complaining. TRICARE.
Good times, TRICARE, thanks. But anyway, yeah, so I don't know, like, if my husband even has a sweet spot yet. It's better. So contracting has been proven to be better than when he was in maintenance. Those shifts when you're in maintenance, you know, shift works, mid-shift, swing shift, day shift. Like, when he was on, they kept switching him back and forth between, like, swings and mids, and it was just... It does a number on your body. Like, your body is not meant to be moving back and forth between sleep schedules like that. And
it's insane.
It is rough. And it's hard. And then fucking somebody loses a wrench. How the fuck do you lose a wrench that was in your hand?
It was in their pocket.
Probably. Someone took it home.
Yeah.
But you can't leave.
Because now you have grounded that aircraft.
You can't leave your shift until that wrench is turned back in.
Yeah.
Or that bolt, or that screwdriver, or something, and it's just
it's
anyway,
like
sorry,
it's like when you're doing surgery, like people that do surgery, fucking doctors and surgery techs, and they count all their pokies, wrenches, scapulas,
and scissors.
Wait, scalpel or scapula? Scapula is a muscle, right?
Yeah,
not a muscle, it's a bone.
Yeah.
God damn
Scalpels. Scalpels.
Scalpel.
Fucking
scalpel. It's a scalpel.
Okay.
Scalpel.
We're not doctors, okay?
Yeah. And
we're not professionals.
Just surgery tools there. And they have to count them out. And then when they're done with the surgery, they have to count them out too.
Yeah.
And probably even the gauze that they use to like dab shit.
I would hope so. Do you know how many things they lose in people all the time?
Yeah.
All the shit they leave inside somebody's body.
Also the shit people stick in their body.
Oh.
That'd be fun. To like hear about it, not to stick stuff in my body. I mean, you know what I mean.
Oh, where did we go?
I don't know.
We're over the rainbow of some sort.
Over the rainbows.
I don't know where we went.
Who knows?
But what were we talking about?
Being
supportive.
Yeah.
So be that support system for them at home. Don't, especially if they're on these long, crazy shifts and they are working their to the bone.
Yes.
And they're tired and all that stuff. Don't get on them for, being late or why are you having to work so late? Like, what is going on? Why is he making you stay so late? Or what is going on in there and stuff like, nagging about it is not going to help. And it's just going to create more stress and more hardship at home. Mm-hmm. Just be understanding and supportive, and that's all you really can do. Just be there for them.
Yeah, that's all you can do. You shouldn't really get involved in their work other than, I don't know, like if you're in a spouse program, get involved in that. Mm-hmm. But you really have no say in what they do and how they do it.
No.
Just I don't know. I'm not involved in my husband's work, but I am a key spouse for the fire department. And I make cookies and bake stuff and cook stuff for them occasionally. And that's about as much involvement as I have in there. Yeah.
Any other involvement? They're not going to listen to you, honestly. I mean, you're not to degrade you, but you are just a spouse. You don't have any real affiliation with them. You don't know what they do. That's the thing. And you don't know how some leaders are different than others. Some commanders are different and they run a certain way. And, it's just up to your spouse to just deal with it. They have to just deal.
And know that it's temporary. That feeling of stress is not going to last forever. Yeah. I think maybe it'll be there forever, but at different levels. Mm-hmm. And you'll learn to cope with it better through the years. I don't know what else to even say. Like I said, she was really sweet about it on the comments, and
that's really surprising.
I know. That's why I said she's genuinely concerned. Like, this is not just someone complaining about her spouse not being there at home, but this is someone who sees her spouse being stressed and tired, and she feels helpless. Yeah. As, with wanting to help him.
So. Understandable completely. Yeah. I mean, you do get to that point where you're like, nothing is working and I feel like I cannot help you at all. I don't know what to do to help them. And sometimes they're bad at communicating it and they just are like, I'm fine. I'm fine. When you know they're not fine. Be like, I know you better than your mom knows you, okay?
Yes, it's
true. You're not
okay. Maybe try to get into a routine of something like my dad would come home from work no matter what time. He could have come home at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He would come home, take off his shoes, sit down on the couch, have a beer, go outside, have a smoke, come back inside, sit down, have dinner or a meal or whatever. It didn't matter what time of day. He would have a meal, sit back down on the couch, watch the news, and then go to bed. No matter what time he got home. He could have been home, like I said, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, been in bed by 4. I know. It was magical. It was his routine. And we used to make so much fun of him, but I see it now. Like that was his moment of de-stressing. So I really admire that he had that. And I think we have something similar going on here. It's like our routine. It's chaotic with children. They like to throw you off all the fucking time. But I mean, a routine is good. It sounds boring, but it really does help.
It does.
It does help.
It does. And then maybe plan something fun for the weekends. If you both are off on weekends together, if you're working and whatnot too.
Yeah.
Plan something fun to go do. Even if it's just like an outdoor
laser tag.
Yeah. Laser tag for real.
It's fun.
Go paintballing. Yeah. Go
sip and paint.
Paddleboard. Or go on the lake and use those
rollerblade.
There you go. Go bowling.
Yeah.
If it's raining outside.
Bowling's fun. Yeah.
Have a picnic outside.
Yeah.
Play video games if that's what you like.
Yes.
No judgment. I love video games.
Have sex.
You need that.
Yeah, you do.
Sometimes by the end of the day, you're super tired and you just don't feel up to it.
And you get in there and you're like, I feel good. Yeah.
You get it in and you get out.
It's a de-stressor. It really is. It yeah.
It makes you feel good. And then you feel connected to each other again, too.
Yes.
It's also, you are physically connected and then you're mentally connected.
Yeah. Connection is what we're looking for here.
Just connect yourselves in any way you can. I know we talk a lot about male and females and husbands and wives and too, but we do mean any
couple.
Any couple.
Yeah.
I just don't know how all that works. That's why. And my apologies. That's my apology. I'm just literally, you do you. You get it in any way you can.
I'm sorry, that's so weird. Yeah, we tend to say him and her a lot, but it's whatever. It's couples. We mean couples.
Yeah, that's a great way.
Yeah, because I hope everybody's listening to us. All kinds of couples.
Everyone.
Now that the military allows you to openly be yourself.
I'm so glad.
I know, that was enough of that shit.
It really was. It was stupid.
Yeah. I love Bill Clinton, but that was a really stupid rule.
And that's just dumb. And I don't know, what was the point in that?
I don't know.
Are you trying to protect them? Are you trying to...
From what?
But you're segregating them away. You're either making them lie... And
making them miserable.
Fear that they're going to get in trouble, one, with the military, or two, get the shit beat out of them by assholes in the military.
That think they have the right to say you're wrong. It's like, no, you don't have the right.
No.
But we'll have to talk about that topic another day. That will definitely be
another topic for sure. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But
we support everybody here.
With you. And we want you to just be that support system for them at home.
Yes.
For your spouse. They need it. They really do. They need it. I know that it sucks when we're saying, let them be selfish, but do.
Yeah.
Let them be selfish. They do a lot. They have to go through a lot. And then they have to be separated from you too, and that's so hard on them as well. It's hard on you, and it's really hard on them.
Yes, it is, because they miss you when they're gone. You know? Even though you may think they don't, they really do. I mean, you're their person. They're with you for a reason. You are their support system.
Yeah.
And they miss you. Ask us where our husbands are right now. Ask us. Great question. They're on their way to London to see the Margaritaville guy.
Yeah.
Which I was singing to Kyle this morning. I was like, if you like pina coladas. And I was like, oh, that's not Jimmy Buffett, is it?
That's not it.
Like, wrong tropical drink.
But I'd like to see that guy.
I was like, that's not it. And then he had it stuck in his head too. So he was singing. I was like, well, at least it's a tropical drink that we like.
You're on the right trail. It's a drink.
Yeah.
Just not the right one.
I'd rather have pina colada over a margarita.
I know, you and tequila. I love margaritas.
They make they overstimulate my salivary glands on my jaw and it makes it hurt.
Salivating.
Yeah, they make my jaw hurt. I don't like it. The pina coladas, it's like coconut and pineapple. Fuck yeah.
I'm not into that.
Oh, I'm into it.
I like flavored margaritas. That's what I like.
Oh, like the pomegranate.
The fruities.
I would just like a plain one with lots of salt.
Well, you're just a badass.
Yeah.
And I'm just a fruitcake.
Also.
And I love it.
Fruitcake?
Yes.
You like?
No, I don't like fruitcakes. I just like fruit.
I like fruit. I like cake. I don't like fruitcake.
Yeah. Why would you put fruit in a cake?
Oh my God, I don't know. So my mom, I think I've told you this, it was like my birthday, she would take me to the bakery and she'd be like, what kind of cake do you want? And I'd be like, I fucking want, this Little Mermaid one and I want it to be chocolate with strawberry filling or whatever. She's like, we're getting this white yellow cake or whatever with purple flowers on it and it's going to be fruit basket filling. It's like, why do you ask me? And I told her this a few years ago and she's like, well, I paid for it. And I was like, gee, thanks, Mom. Thanks for ruining my life right now.
Yeah, but that's the sacrifice you make for your child.
Yeah.
You let them pick out the cake.
Exactly. And then for our wedding, when we went to pick out the wedding cake, my mom went with me. Did she ask it was
going to be a fruit basket inside?
Yes, she went with me. She wasn't paying for it. My mother-in-law was paying for the wedding cake.
Oh, that's nice.
And it was like 3 tiers, and the bottom one was like marble chocolate and vanilla with custard. And then the middle was champagne, which was, champagne cake was really good. And then the top one, she was begging me, please make it a fruit basket. I was like, Mother, you are diabetic. You're not even allowed to have this. Please, please. And I was like, I'll make it pineapple because I like pineapple. Yeah. I was like, seriously, I had to alter my wedding cake just for you. Yeah.
You ruined my
childhood. All I wanted was a Little Mermaid cake. That's all I wanted. It's okay. I like red velvet, by the way. If anybody wants to send me a cake, I like red velvet with cream cheese frosting. That's my fave.
Those are really good. I made red velvet cookies once.
Oh, yum.
Cream cheese frosting.
Yeah.
I like vanilla cake.
Just plain vanilla cake. Funfetti.
That's what I love. I love funfetti with my funfetti icing.
Yes.
Okay. I'm simple. That's cheap.
I had my daughter's birthday cake in the freezer. Right? Like I cut it up. This was back from May. And I cut it up and I froze it. And I ate a slice the other day. Okay, I ate 2 slices. It was really good. I know. Like, the frosting tasted like ice cream.
That cake is amazing.
I know. I was like, hers was really pricey because she's like, I wanted to have a unicorn and rainbow sprinkles. And also I want to have Groot. I was like, what? She's like, I want Groot next to the unicorn. And I was like, I got you, girlfriend. I'll get you anything you want. And then my son wants space-themed cakes. And now he wants a chameleon
I was going to say, is he going to want a chameleon one now?
He wants to be a chameleon for Halloween. And I was like, how am I going to do that?
You can do it.
And I was like, I'll get a pool noodle, attach it to your butt.
Yeah.
Curl it.
And paper mache, like his little claw hands.
Oh, I'll do like oven mitts on his hands. So it looks like he has 2 fingers with his little...
2 fingers.
Yeah. Kyle made him do his chameleon dance. My son does this really funny chameleon dance. He calls it the chameleon dance, where he gets on all fours. And if you've ever seen a chameleon sway on a tree, like they sway back and forth, so they kind of look like he tries to do that. And he holds his hands out with 2 fingers. So that's really cute.
He even has a song, too.
Yeah, he sings his song to it. And so it's his chameleon dance, and it's very fucking amusing.
He's so funny. He's very observant.
He is very observant, yeah.
He cracks me up.
He's so silly.
I like chameleons. Oh, I love it. Have you hid your chameleon yet?
No, it's in the car. I have to find it. Yeah, we have this little tiny chameleon that he likes for me to hide throughout the day. We hide it in different spots, and the other day it was on top of his toothbrush, so he didn't find it till late at night when he was getting ready to brush his teeth. And I heard him go, oh! I was laughing. And he's like, I found my chameleon.
So cute.
So I don't know where I'm going to put it today.
So cute.
Maybe in his dinner.
I love it.
75p well spent.
Seriously.
Yeah, that was how much I paid.
And he hasn't lost it, and it's so tiny.
Yeah, and that's what
So
Kyle
good.
said this morning, too. And he's like, he hasn't lost it. He's like, we should have bought like 10 of them. I was like, he hasn't lost it yet.
I know.
I have tater tots downstairs. Do you want some? With that andalou sauce that we got from Belgium.
Shut your face.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh my God, Veronica.
Yeah. I told Kyle, you have to grab just like a small bottle of it. And he brought me.
If anyone ever gets the chance, you have to go to Belgium.
And get
wherever
the frites.
you are. You have to.
Get some
Holy
frites.
fuck. Or if you're in Amsterdam, we found a spot. Do it.
Yeah.
Oh my taste buds.
Yes. Their fries are like double fried.
Yeah.
And then they have all these special sauces that you can put on them. And my favorite is samurai because it's spicy. And it's really just like flavored mayo.
Yeah.
Is what it is. And then another one that's like Andalus. It's called Andalus, and it's just flavorful.
It's so fucking good.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
It's the best.
Beats just ketchup.
I'm very passionate about that. Sorry.
Oh. So, any final advice to Bella?
Bella, you are a rock star. You're amazing. The fact that you held your own and you weren't supportive, you were very supportive of everyone's comments to you, whatever all they were.
Yes.
The fact that you were so open-minded about it is just amazing.
All right, that was super impressive.
Keep it up. You are doing an awesome job, and I know it's stressful. It's so hard to see them under stress and just worried and tired and just worn out completely. And it is hard because there really is not a whole lot you can do. It's just holding it down with the home front.
Yeah, that's it, is hold down the home front, make them feel comfortable when they come home. That's their safe space. You are doing a good job. Like I said, you are genuinely concerned about your spouse's well-being, and that is a good start in helping.
Yes.
However, do not get involved in reporting work, because everybody knows how overworked your spouse is. Everybody knows. Everybody is in that position as well. There's really not much you can do about it.
No, there's not. And it, like I said, it could cause more harm than it could good. So it just has to be something that you have to deal with.
It could limit if they're, let's say your spouse is trying to achieve something in that career field, and perhaps a complaint about it might hinder that.
Yeah.
So maybe not do that. Just be there for your spouse. You're doing great. It sounds like you're doing great. It's all going to fall into place soon, and you're doing a great job. And be proud of yourself. Be proud of your spouse. And pretty soon you guys will look back and be like, oh my gosh, remember when you were working so much? That was insane. Like, I can't believe you did so much. And you will find your sweet spot. So
it'll get there. Stay strong.
Yeah.
Your spouse, your spouse is deployed, it'll be all right.
That's right. Keep us updated on that if you would like to. Share a little bit more about how you're coping with the deployment, and any tips and tricks for anybody else listening out there. It's been a while since my husband has been on deployment, so I have old tips and tricks.
Yeah, we do.
I have old stuff.
We have a whole episode on deployments too, if you want to check it out. We've got some pretty good advice. I know a lot of it is Air Force related, and some more with like families with kids too, but we do have some really good stuff, because Veronica went through deployments before children were born as well. So,
3 times.
Yeah, so she knows what she's doing too.
I know. I do. And I was about to face one here in a few weeks, but it got canceled. Yeah. Which it was, I don't know.
Good and bad.
Good and bad. I was sad for Kyle because I know he really wanted to go on deployment. He was looking forward to it.
Yes.
So I was happy for him, but sad for myself because I was going to be here with the kids by myself. And it's stressful. But now that he doesn't get to go, I'm super sad for him. But I'm excited for myself because we get to.
It's always good and bad. Yeah. Pros and cons to both. Just be open-minded, especially deployments. Always be open. They suck. Sucks to have them gone for so long, 6 to 12 months, depending on what they're doing. But you just know it's bettering their career as well.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And you're doing great, Bella.
Yeah.
Be supportive. Keep being supportive, I should say. just keep loving your spouse the way you are. You'll be great. Yeah. I hope that was helpful. And I want to thank her for giving us the opportunity to talk about this topic because, like I said, when I first read it, I was like, and?
Yeah.
It's like, my husband works 24/7 and he comes home and not until late because he had to stay late, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But like I said, I saw how she took it all and I was like, she is a good one. Like, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
That was good. No, you take it well.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Everyone out there, be supportive of your spouse. Be supportive of another spouse going through the same thing.
Yep. Just be there for each other.
Absolutely.
Be kind to everyone.
Oh, I took out my elbow. I took out my elbow.
My elbow.
My elbow.
Where's your voice, Veronica?
I don't know. My voice is awful right now.
I wonder if my son will be like, what happened to your voice?
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's still a kid. What's wrong with your voice? I don't know.
I don't know. It's gone.
It's left me. It left my body. My children are like, yes, she's not yelling at us because she can't raise her voice.
Yeah.
Like,
let's see how much we can get away with now because Mom can't yell at us.
Those turds. We were at the BX yesterday. Kyle was shopping for a suit, and they were like just running around the place. And I was like, stop it. I'm trying to help Kyle, pick out a suit or whatever. And my daughter was definitely provoking my son. And I guess he kicked her in the face. And she got a bloody lip. I don't know if you saw it this morning, but like she had it was like a red spot on her lip because he busted her lip. Yeah, and she was like crying, and I was like, I rolled my eyes super hard without even looking at her. I just heard her cry. And Kyle was like, what happened? What did you do? Is that blood? And I was like, shit. And I turned around and she's got like a bloody lip and it's on her hands. And I was like, what happened? Oh, blah, blah, blah. My son's name or whatever. Insert son's name. It's like, he hit me. And I was like, you brought it on yourself. I'm victim blaming you right now. I was like, because I saw you attacking him and he was just trying to stick up for himself. And so he caught your lip. We had to talk with both of them. And I was like, I'm victim blaming you. And it reminded me of the Chappelle comedy special on Netflix right now.
Oh, the new one? You watched it?
Yes. And he's like, I'm known as a victim blamer. I was like, oh my God. It was a good one.
It was really good. There are some crazy things he talks about, but
I know.
Oh, it was good.
Yeah.
Oh, Chappelle.
He's funny.
Keep doing what you're doing.
He was so funny.
Don't stop.
He definitely pushes people's buttons and boundaries. I'm like, oh no.
I know. Sometimes it's like there are things that people say and you're like,
maybe
like,
no.
Maybe that went a little too far. Like, I think it's hilarious, but I feel like
I don't know if I should. I'm really uncomfortable laughing at this. I'm not sure if I should be laughing at this.
Yeah, and I'm like, somebody's gonna find that really offensive. And guess what? He don't give a fuck.
He doesn't.
You can tweet at him all day. He don't give a shit.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it so funny. He's just like, meh, whatever.
You're gonna complain about it, but I don't care.
You were thinking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just happened to say it. You were thinking it.
Yeah. God, I love that.
I think we should highlight a base next week.
Yeah.
Someone has any ideas on any bases or posts or camps? Naval stations.
Yeah.
What did you call it that one time?
Ports. Seaports.
Seaports.
I'm sorry. I don't know anything about the Navy whatsoever. Yeah. I know nothing. I know they leave from ports. Yes. They don't stay in ports. I know.
So do airplanes.
Submarines. We could highlight a submarine.
Highlight a submarine.
The Queen Mary. It's got ghosts.
That's a ship.
Oh, damn it. See, I know nothing. I don't know anything about marine life. Sea adventures.
Are Marines at sea?
No, marine like sea marine. Like marine, not the God damn it, I can't talk. Not the military Marines.
I'm trying to do the math in my head right now of what just came out of your mouth.
I don't even know. I don't know what happened.
But if they're Marines, that means like Marines.
Marine life. I don't mean like military Marines. I just meant like marine as in sea.
Okay.
I blew that one out big time.
Seamen.
Yeah, they are seamen.
Seamen.
See the men.
No, see. Not see like with your eyeballs. Like see. I'm making ocean waves with my hand right now.
Are you surfing?
This is my sea. Ocean waves up and down. That's the sea.
The sea.
Not sea with your eyeballs. Sea as an ocean.
Yeah, they do.
Men. They're
squiggle around too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a snake.
Is it?
This is a sidewinder snake. This motion that you made with your hand, sidewinder snake. Up and down is sea. Or roller coaster.
Both really fun.
The sea and the roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
No.
Naval bases.
Naval bases, yeah. I always I hear people in the Navy and they're like, we were stationed in fucking Cuba and San Diego. And I was like, how do you get all these beautiful places? Spain and Guam. I mean, I guess we were in Guam too.
Yeah.
But that sounds amazing.
Yeah, I had an acquaintance I went to high school with her. Her husband's in the Navy. And they were, I think they were in San Diego of sorts. And now they're in Guam.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then you have the Air Force that gets the fucking cheapest plot of land in the stinkiest area.
In the worst part of town.
The armpit of the state.
But I love the comparison that they have between the Army base housing looks like compared to Air Force base housing looks like.
It's like a dilapidated tent versus the Taj Mahal.
Yes. Looking those up for our episode last week, it was just cracking me up. So I'm like, is that really how it is? I don't think so.
Who knows? I mean,
I've never seen an Army base, honestly.
When we were stationed in Belgium, it was an air base, but it was mostly Army.
Yeah.
And from what I hear, the base housing was really bad. Yeah. It was condemned.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. And they had all Army living there.
I wonder.
Mostly Army, I should say. But
maybe we should cover one of those.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good thing to cover. It's
I always hear people about being at Fort Bragg and stuff like that. And so maybe a fort. We can cover a fort.
Send us pictures of your current living status. Mm-hmm. Whether you're Army, Marine, Navy.
Send us your port.
Or Air Force or whatever. Yeah.
Send us your submarine.
Send us your submarines.
Are you on a ship? Send us your ship. People live on houseboats. It's fine. Send us your houseboat. I'm sorry.
Who's tickling your funny bone today?
I'm dragging this on. I know. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Send us your houseboats. Send us your submarines. Send us your ships.
Yeah.
Send us your...
What else? Your tree fort.
Tree fort.
They've made
camping
some
tents.
Pretty good houses out of trees.
Yeah. I worked with the Army for a couple years.
Yeah.
And those fuckers used to make so much fun of me being like, oh, because your husband's Air Force and you guys have it nice or whatever.
Air Force.
Yeah. And one time one of the guys was making fun of me. I was like, shut the fuck up. You're just jealous because the Air Force wouldn't take you. And he's like, this is true. They don't accept GEDs. I was like, I'm glad you admitted it. But I mean, they all work pretty much the same. I worked with the Air Force too, and it's just some different things, but I think everybody they have their own way that works for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as housing, I don't know. Yeah, I'm super curious to see it. It's how they say.
Yeah. I'll have to do some research on that. Yeah. I'd love for anyone out there that is Army affiliated or Navy or Marines, send us your info of where you are. Send us if you can find pictures of your housing.
Yeah.
If you live on base, post, camp, post, ports,
ship,
submarine boats.
Submarine.
Send us those pictures. We would love to know, and have real life pictures. I get pictures from the internet all the time, as you see my posts that I credit almost always. Sometimes I don't. Sorry.
Maybe we'll post a picture of us today. And how gorgeous we look in our sweaty covered faces.
I'm at my prime right now, let me tell you. But I would love to have real life pictures just to see what living is like there. Or you can send us your own images or your own stories about living on base and what it's like. You're making me really nervous.
I just took one of you, and then I took one. I'm taking pictures of us currently, so I'll post them. We'll post them on the thing.
On the thingies.
On the thing.
On those things.
Yeah.
So if you have a story about living on base and what it's like and whatnot, send us it to stupendousplanning@gmail.com. I look like an old man. You can hardly see my nose. I have headphones on. My hair's pulled back.
You're fine. Or Instagram, Facebook, or the Twitters.
We would love to hear from you. Your interactions with us on previous posts and stuff have been awesome. And so we want to keep the ball rolling.
And if you guys are willing to go rate us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you listen to this podcast, it really does help us. So we're just trying to get out there, get more ratings so more dependas like you and me can listen to us.
Yes.
So share if you guys find one of these episodes interesting, you think somebody else might like it, please share.
We enjoy it so much, and we love your interactions and comments of like, so glad to hear this episode, we're moving, blah blah blah. And it's just, it makes us feel good that we have people listening and wanting to
absolutely
hear our babbles and roundabouts.
The buffet of roundabouts.
Also, we were just featured on the podcast I Said Goddamn.
I Said Goddamn. If you guys like true crime, that's a good podcast to listen to. Yeah.
They're awesome.
They're awesome. They
ladies.
they cover a lot of true crime stories and in a fun way. It's a comedy podcast. And they ran our promo, and we'll be soon running theirs as well, so we can promote them.
Yep.
We'll promote any podcast if you want a podcast swappity-doo-dah with us.
Yeah, you want to do little swappy swaps?
Yeah.
With your promos.
Yeah,
we're
definitely.
Here for you. We're open for everyone. We're open for business.
We're open. Well, we can open more.
We can be very open. Open the floodgates.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's going to be a great week.
It is going to be a great week, Jen. I'm so glad you said that. It really is. It's going to rain all week.
But that's not going to bring us down.
No, it's not. It's not going to bring us down. We're going to do great things this week, I think.
We are. We've got more topics coming at you. We've got some more great, interesting things to share.
Yes.
And interviews.
We're
excited.
We're very excited. If you guys want us to cover any base, post, port, camp,
boat, ship.
If you guys want us to highlight something
like
I'm just going to say base, but you know what I mean. Tree port. We can do that. We can do the research for you and find whatever it is you need to know of your next duty station.
We'll do the area, we'll do the actual base, what it covers, all the amenities that are on the base, post, whatever.
Yes.
And what's good out there. Food wise, we're always down to look up new food.
Always. Send us something weird to try. We'll eat it.
Yeah.
As long as it's edible. Yeah. We'll eat it.
Don't poison me, please.
Don't poison us. Yeah. Be like, hey, go try this. Okay, we'll go eat it, and then we'll let you know. We're foodies. We'll eat anything.
Yes, we will.
Literally put anything in our mouth. As that's leaving my mouth, I don't know what happened. We'll eat anything.
We'll put almost anything in our mouths.
Pretty much.
So get at us, email us, stupendousplanning@gmail.com.
Or Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. I forgot the other one. Yeah. So we check it daily. We check it constantly.
Yeah.
And we love hearing from everybody, like all the comments we've received, and just keep sharing us.
Share your little hearts out.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
We appreciate you all.
Yes, we do. And thank you for your support.
Because we're here to support you.
We are here to support you. You support us. You support your spouse. Support everybody.
One big, happy,
supportive family. Sorry. I got out of control. I think our brains are food deprived.
I don't know what's happening,
Let's grab a banana.
Okay.
And peanut butter on it. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for listening.
Because you never know where our topics may lead.
Our topics go all over the place. We're all over the place. But you are a great listener because wherever you go, there you are. Bye. What the fuck? What the fuck was that? Oh, good Lord.